So while Martina and Gabrielle are setting up, we can just start with like some quick intros. Yeah, whoever wants to start, you can do that.
I can start. Hi, I'm Tori Rodriguez. I am a birth and postpartum doula here in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm a Scorpio, but I relate more with my moon sign, which is the Gemini.
Hi, I'm Nadia Granby. I am a doula and a student midwife. I am originally from Daphne, Alabama, currently residing in the Birmingham, Alabama area. A fun fact about me is that I was born on Fat Tuesday.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jasmine Merritt. I am originally from Montgomery, Alabama, and I'm currently living in Honolulu, Hawaii. Fun fact about me is, I guess I would say I'm a Sagittarius, and I am definitely a fire sign.
Hi, I am Charity Moore. I am an Aquarius. Let's see, I'm a student midwife, a student IBCLC, a placenta encapsulation specialist, and a full spectrum doula.
My name is Mariah Elise Brown. I am from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I am a Taurus, and I am a student midwife, doula, placenta encapsulation specialist, and certified lactation counselor. Alabama is home. I've traveled many places, and there's just nothing quite like Alabama. While other people may see, the negative, oh, they're delayed, they're behind the times. A lot of people think that it's nothing here but dirt roads and rocks and stuff, right? But that's home for us. That's what makes us us. You know how you feel when you go home. You know how safe you feel when you are at home. And unfortunately for the birthing people here, they don't feel that safetiness. And so that's what we're building.
So for me, Alabama is just the epitome of everything that is Southern hospitality, the civil rights movement, the food, the culture. It can be slow moving at times. However, I don't know. It's just such a, like Mariah said, it feels like home. Like you can go to most of the major cities here and you feel like family, like you're at one big family reunion, and people are going to greet you with a smile. You're going to get yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, thank you sir, right. All your pleases and thank yous. I mean, it's everybody is going to offer you a plate regardless of where you go. They're going to offer you something to eat, and they're going to make sure that you eat good. I mean, it's just like Alabama is family.
It's hard to put in words, right?
Yeah. I mean, for me, I guess the feeling that I get when I think about home, if you think about the Frankie Beverly and May song, like Happy Feelings, right? Backyard party, shrimp and grits. That's what it feels like to me. So when I go back home, that's what we do in my hometown. We're going to get some shrimp and grits. We're going to do a crawfish boil, right? Everyone's going to be welcome. So I take friends home with me, and then their family. They're a part of the family. And that's for anyone that comes to Alabama, right? And so you want to feel like people care about you, right? And that's what we try to give in Alabama. Like, people care about your well-being. People care about you as a person holistically, and not just like compartments of you.
Yeah, I would definitely say the same. When I think about Alabama, I think about the dialect. I think about the country accents. I think about, the way we talk. A lot of times, especially me moving here, a lot of people can't really understand what I'm saying, and so it's funny because, when I go back home, I'm like, this is like our normal way of life. Like, this is how we talk. And then when you think about the food and when you think about community, and I really think, we have so much history. We have so much roots, I guess I would say, especially in Alabama. And so I think whenever someone comes there, they get a sense or feel of that, especially if you go to some of the historic places in Alabama. Or even if you just go to like those rural areas or like you're smack dab in like the culture, I really feel that people walk away feeling like, wow, I really feel that Southern hospitality. So that's what we try our best to give off. So
I think one of y'all mentioned when you have these family get-togethers and you bring friends home and they become family. That's just a way of life here that I don't know if it's really like that outside of Alabama. I mean, and it's almost as if our families in the South, we expect to see that friend at the next event and the next event. And it's not just like bring a friend, they're going to get a plate, right? It's also that, okay, now baby, where your people from? It's those questions that the older people begin to draw out, because they're not just going to let you bring friends over without like getting this whole familial feel of their background, where they're from, how they grew up. You sure we're not related? So it's just a bunch of love and community and food, and it's just it's just love.
Everybody on this phone has roots in what we call the Black Belt area. The Black Belt area is very highly populated with African Americans. It's typically the poorer areas, but they call it the Black Belt area because the soil there is rich. It was great for agriculture. That's where a lot of the granny midwives were. That's where a lot of, our food and everything comes from, right? So when I hear rural Alabama, I don't think dirt roads, I think home. Unless you're in a sundown town. We have to be very careful with the people that we serve, because there are areas that do not care still today for African American people. There are areas still today where they don't have service, also don't have the best healthcare practices or access to healthcare. And when you're getting phone calls at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, that's a really scary thing to think about, driving through these areas where you could lose service and people don't like people just because of the color of their skin. So that's what it's like being a Black birth worker and working in those areas. And so that's a consistent struggle, I know, for me. And we talk about it all the time. So I know for them as well, because when we do have service, if I know I'm going through what we call a sundown town, I'm on the phone with my sisters like, hey, I got to drive through here. Just stay on the phone to make sure I make it to the other side of town.